and nearly gave my dad a heart attack. Why does this fishing boat have guns on it? Twin machine gun turrets? And is that a missile launcher? Bro, what did those fish ever do to deserve this? My dad was so freaked out he wanted to drag me straight to the cops. Here's the thing. In my past life, my dad went out fishing, got hit by pirates, and our whole family was wiped out. After I was reborn, instead of stopping him from going out to sea, I used my cheat ability to hand-build a full set of naval weapons and converted the fishing boat into a straight-up armed escort vessel, then shipped out with him. The day before we left, I hauled everything down to the dock and hit my dad with a proud chin raise. Dad, with all this, no pirate on the ocean is ever touching our boat again. That thing in the back? That's an AK-630, dual-barrel, 6-barrel 30mm close-in weapon system. Shreds pirates like a cleaver through ground beef. This one's a Type 65 anti-frogman grenade launcher, specifically for taking out stragglers trying to swim up to the hull. And we've got two 14.5mm heavy machine guns. However many pirates show up in the Gulf of Aden, we've got enough for all of them. My dad, Lu Zhengtao, just stood there completely frozen. He'd never served in the military, but years of working maritime routes meant he'd seen plenty of warships. And one look at these gun mounts told him exactly what they were. He started spiraling instantly. Boy, stop talking. Where the heck did you steal this from? This stuff will get you killed. You just got into Qing University. Our family cannot be doing this. Let's go. I'm taking you to turn yourself in right now. Move it. He grabbed my arm and started pulling. I yanked it back. Dad, what are you talking about? I didn't steal anything. I built all of this myself. Right then, my uncle Lu Zhengbo strolled over, took one look at everything, and laughed. Jinghong, where'd you pick up these movie props? Gotta admit, they look pretty convincing. My dad blinked and then immediately jumped on that. Big bro, you're saying these are props? What else would they be, the real deal? I've seen this kind of stuff on TV, obviously fake. Besides, Jinghong's a teenager. Where's he gonna get something like this? Don't let him play you. Hearing his older brother say it so confidently, my dad went from panic to just completely done, and smacked me on the forehead. You little punk! You read a few books and think you can mess with your old man? Dad, I'm serious, it's all real, why won't you believe me? Yeah, sure, I believe you. Now let's get it loaded up. My dad just brushed it off while I grabbed the walkie-talkie and called the crew over to help. When the relatives showed up and their faces dropped, same exact look my dad had, he quickly jumped in to smooth things over. Relax everyone, these are props. Jinghong put them together in case we run into pirates, like a scarecrow in a field, just to scare them off. Everyone let out a sigh of relief and started hauling the weapons onto the boat, non-stop talking about how insanely realistic the props looked. I was absolutely done. But I couldn't be bothered to explain anymore. Fine, call them props. As long as they keep everyone safe when it counts, that's all that matters. At least this way my dad won't try to turn me in. Next day, the freighter set off on schedule, heading to another dock to go through a military inspection checkpoint. Not long after, Inspection Station Commander Zhou Mingyi was sitting in his office going through paperwork when a soldier burst in gasping for air, nearly knocked the door off the hinges. Commander, we've got a serious situation. There's an unidentified armed vessel out on the water. Looks like a regular freighter on the outside, but it's got a dual 6-barrel close-in weapon system mounted on deck. Zhou Mingyi's head nearly exploded. A dual 6-barrel CIWS. If that thing opened fire at close range, every ship at this dock would be done for. He bolted up to the watchtower and saw exactly what the soldier described. The barrel diameter looked to be around 30 millimeters. He called it immediately. Evacuate civilians now. And get backup from command ASAP. What is the Port Authority even doing? How did something this serious slip through? Zhou Mingyi was furious, and then another soldier shouted up from below. Commander, vessel number 89757, the Yunhai, is requesting entry to dock for inspection. Zhou Mingyi froze, then raised his binoculars. The unidentified armed ship's number, also 89757, and right on the bow, clear as day. Yunhai. What on earth is going on? Since when can civilian cargo ships in this country carry weapons and gear this advanced? He rushed back to his office, pulled up the vessel registration database, cross-checked everything, then picked up the comms. Yunhai cargo vessel, this is Zhou Mingyi, commander of the Haizhou Military Inspection Station. Explain the weapons on your ship, now. Lu Zhengtao answered the call and gave him the full story. Props, scaring off pirates, the whole thing. Zhou Mingyi finally exhaled, ordered them to hold at a remote berth, then personally led a team to go check it out. A little while later, the Yunhai eased into the dock. Lu Zhengtao handed over all the paperwork, permits, and IDs. Zhou Mingyi went through everything line by line, not a single issue. He ordered his inspection team aboard for a full sweep. When he looked up and saw that dual 6-barrel CIWS on deck, he genuinely paused for a second. Years of military instinct told him this thing did not look like a prop. He turned and locked eyes with Lu Zhengtao. Captain Lu, what made you decide to put all this on the boat? And you're telling me it's just to scare off pirates? That question hit different, because Lu Zhengtao suddenly looked smug. My son's idea. He told me the Gulf of Aden isn't safe and set this whole thing up for me. I was shocked too, honestly. That kid's got a crazy sharp mind. He's this year's top college entrance exam scorer in Haizhou. Top scorer? Don't tell me your son's name is Lu Jinghong. Yeah, that's him. Zhou Mingyu had a kid who took the same exam this year. He'd already heard that name before. Right at that moment, the soldiers who'd gone to check other parts of the ship came back with a report. Commander, cargo checks out, all clear, but there's a locked room in the back section of the hold. The mood shifted instantly. Zhou Mingyu's expression went cold. Lu Jingtao looked just as confused. Wasn't that just a little storage closet back there? The kind of place you toss random junk? Why is it suddenly locked? Tension filled the air, and I stepped forward. I'd converted that room, turned it into a monitoring station, added a phased array radar and a sonar positioning system. There are 2 computers inside. I just locked it on my way out. I'll open it right now. Of course, that was only half the story. What I didn't say was that those 2 computers were actually there to assist the weapons on deck, target acquisition, and fire control. I led them to the back hold, unlocked the door, and let them in. Zhou Mingyi scanned the monitor feeds first, then his eyes landed on 2 wooden crates in the corner. His face changed. Inside were 2 more 30mm close-in weapon systems, plus general-purpose machine guns. The metalwork, the finish, the detail, it genuinely unsettled him. These guns look way too real. He pulled one out and went over every inch of it, flipping it, checking it. Then at one critical section, he found a gap. Empty. Zhou Mingyi quietly let out a breath. For a split second, he almost thought these were live weapons. But the key components were missing. These things couldn't fire a single round no matter what. When I saw his expression relax, I jumped in with an explanation. These came out of building the CIWS, had leftover parts and materials, so I just threw these together. Zhou Mingyi nodded and let it go. The seas had been rough lately. Just 3 months ago, there had been an incident in the Gulf of Aden, and every freighter out there was on edge. On top of that, his records showed our family had been fishermen for generations with a spotless file. He picked up the pen and signed off on our clearance. But right before he left, he glanced back at the CIWS on deck one more time. That thing is way too intimidating just sitting there. Cover it up with a tarp or something. Last thing you need is someone seeing it and freaking out. Of course. Lu Jingtao nodded along eagerly. Watching Zhou Mingyi and his team disappear into the distance, I let out a long, slow breath. Good thing I pulled out all the key components ahead of time. Otherwise today could have gone very, very bad.